so glad to have you with us today. Today, we're going to explore the spiritual principle of non-attachment. Please join me in prayer. Higher power, we rejoice in knowing that you are with us. We rejoice in knowing that as our thoughts grow clearer, you are here, loving us, supporting us, and guiding us. We rejoice in the building of a community that we can share our spirituality, our journey with, and know that we are loved and supported. And so it is.
Learning to detach is a gift we give ourselves. And during this talk, we hope to bring you some tools that will allow you to be on the road to detachment. As I mentioned in the concepts for contemplation, that the word detachment has received a bad rap because it means that you're uncaring, that you're aloof, that you're inattentive, you're not listening. But true detachment that's inspired by Zen Buddhism means deep involvement in life because there is a lack of attachment to the outcome. That is so freeing. And as we delve more into the message, there's opportunities to allow that to become a reality. As spiritual author Ron Rayburn wrote, true detachment isn't a separation from life, but the absolute freedom within your mind to explore living. How can you tell if you've become attached? You can tell that you're attached to something, a goal, a dream, another person, even feelings, if they tell you, if I don't have that, I'm not happy or I'm not whole. If those thoughts go on and you see that, you're finding yourself with anxiety, fear, jealousy, hopelessness, sadness, disconnection, because that person doesn't call you and ask you out, or that dream didn't happen, or that situation didn't turn out the way you wanted it. You've depended on outside things to make you feel whole. How do we attach in everyday life? An attachment is part of our ego. And as you grow in your spirituality, in your recovery program, you know there's the ego and you know there's the higher power. And trying to bounce back and forth between the two of them is exhausting. And as you learn to let go, you will hear your higher power's guidance for you, so that when you're attached to your ego, you're attached to how you see yourself to be. And you're not giving yourself an opportunity to grow from your higher power. In giving you some tools to learn about detachment, you must remember that detachment is a state of mind, and that to always be threatened by attaching. That's part of your human nature. That's what you've learned all these years throughout your life. So learning to detach in some places is going to be easy for you, in other places it's going to be very, very difficult. You've been given tools on how to detach from your addiction of choice. You've been given wonderful steps. You've learned new tools. You've learned new friends. You've made new friends. So you've detached from a lot of that. And it's been wonderful. Now we're going to take into some areas where you're attached to everything. You find yourself attached to everything in your daily life. And you're not experiencing life on life's terms. One of the tools that I want to share with you is observe your mind. Step back and notice where your thoughts are taking you. What are you thinking about? Are you thinking about the past? Are you in tomorrow? Are you worried about this? They're conditioned. They're conditioned patterns. And if you step back, you'll notice what they are. You'll notice what you're attached to. And if you'll journal about them, you'll get some discoveries about yourself that will amaze you. What are the thoughts? What do you wake up in the morning with? What's the thought that comes to you? Are you worried about the day? Or are you full of joy? Are you concerned with what the kids are going to do? Who's going to do this? How are you going to get there? That's a heck of a way to start your day. You jump out of bed and you're so concerned with everything else, you have no idea what it feels like to wake up and be grateful and full of joy because you're down the road. Another tool is to learn to distinguish it between the voice of your ego and the actual situation. And here's an example. You go for a job interview and you don't get the job. Your ego says, that's the end of my career. My life is destroyed. And in actuality, the real reason you didn't get it is because it wasn't the right thing for you. So you're disappointed in something you never had. Your ego is telling you you're the victim, and instead your higher power is trying to say, create your own reality. Let me, your higher power, guide you. You'll find the perfect job. But anytime stuff happens that we feel rejected, we feel it's the end of the world. He didn't ask me for a second date. Oh my, I must not be good enough. Or they didn't like my ideas. What's wrong with me? Getting the picture of what your ego can say to you and allowing you to become attached to those kind of thoughts is going to give you a life of worry and fear and anxiousness and stress. And those are the things that you can change. You can change those by listening to the voice of your higher power instead of the voice of your ego. Excuse me, the clicker and I it's trying to control. And it's doing a good job. Another tool is embrace uncertainty. Embracing uncertainty actually provides security. You have no idea what the unknown is, and you're secure. Embracing uncertainty leads to ultimate freedom. When nothing is certain, everything is possible. I would like to repeat that. When nothing is certain, everything is possible. When you are trying to control the outcome and it doesn't come out the way you want it, one more time, you're disappointed. The words you can say to yourself are, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, this is wrong, my life is over. The only thing you can control in a situation is your attitude, how you receive what the world wants to give you. Deepak Chopra has some great words for us to ponder about non-attachment. And I'd like to read those to you. I found them very, very encouraging. Those who seek security in the exterior world chase it for a lifetime. By letting go of your attachment to the illusion of security, which is really an attachment to the known, you step into a field of all possibilities. This is where you will find true happiness, abundance, and fulfillment. Another tool for you to use, and one that has become a grounding force for so many of us, is learning to meditate. This is a fantastic step to practice, to step back from your mind and observe what's going on. It's another way of observing your mind and allowing it to go blank and go deep within and learning to listen. In the silence, you will learn so much about yourself, but you'll learn to listen to that higher voice. Learning to be living in the present. This is another opportunity to detach. Right now, while the COVID-19 pandemic has been going on, this is something that my higher power has taken me on a journey through, is learning to live in the present. And it is so freeing. It is freeing to let go of the past. Don't concern yourself about tomorrow, because we get lost there and we lose the valuable, precious moments, the energy that we could be fulfilling here in the present. When you are growing in detachment, you will become healthier, happier. Your life will become a life of joy. You will find yourself handling everyday situations with a sense of peace. You flow with life instead of resisting it. And you will find that life is with ease and grace. You will know, at least this is something I have learned, that we will know exactly how to handle situations. We will know what we need to say and what we need to do, because we've learned to live in the present. And living in the present is probably the biggest gift of non-attachment. The biggest. It takes time to learn that. Be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with yourself with all the tools we have shared with you today, because again, it is a process. You have been attached to so many things for so long that learning to let go of them, maybe one by one, it is freeing. But it takes gentleness within yourself and gentleness with your time. I'd like to leave with you, with you. Don't fight the flow. The moment is now, is like a river carrying you forward, ever changing and ever moving. You either flow with the moment or reject it and fight it, but that doesn't stop the flow. It only determines your experience of it. Thank you. The tools that we've brought to you today are to enrich your life, and may they do that as you listen to the voice within, to your higher power, and so it is.
Please join me as we begin our meditation. Relax into your seat. Breathe in slowly, and then release. Allow those beautiful words in and out. Imagine your life just learning to let go, detach, release, and love deeper. Allowing all the love to flow through you into those things and those people around you that you felt the attachment for. Allowing them, their higher power, and their life, the love. Releasing and detaching is all we have to do in this moment. And to remember the power you give back to yourself when you do. The energy you will have for yourself when you let go. And as we go into a moment of silence, realize that you love yourself enough to let go. You love yourself enough to let go of that no longer serves you or the other people that you love. Detaching means you give them more love. And you give yourself the gift of more love. As you bring yourself back to this room, remember, we are a work in progress. We do our best every day. Detach. Release the judgment and live in this moment now. Amen.
Thank you for joining us, and let's stay connected and grow in spirit. We are on Facebook. Search for Unity Church of El Cajon and follow us and like our posts. You can reach us on YouTube at Unity Church of El Cajon. Please subscribe to our channel, watch our videos, and leave comments which can help us improve. We are on the web at unityofelcajon.org. Email or call our church office to receive our weekly newsletters, which lists all of our activities and opportunities to learn and grow together.